Hello, replay people. I'm taking this walk through a nice little neighborhood. Hi. In Fort Myers. Cutest little girl just went past on her, not skateboard. What do you call that? Scooter? No, feel like that's wrong too. Anyway, this is a lovely little neighborhood. The homes are all middle class, upper middle class. It's so different here on the west side of Florida. Oh, there's a beautiful blue jay. Get that blue jay in the shot. Hello, blue jay. Oh, I don't know where I went. Hi, Fred. 75 degrees is acceptable. You're looking at your summertime in Indiana? Hey, guys. Welcome to the Beach Report. I am dogless today again. No more dogs for me until I babysit another one. Hi, Gretchen. Good afternoon. Try to cross the street here. Yeah, such a big difference between Fort Lauderdale and Fort Myers. Don't forget, Fort Myers, more than 3 years ago, was hit by a devastating hurricane that took out a lot of these nice little neighborhoods, but not this one. This one was virtually unscathed, which I'm glad. Some people had roof damage, but everything seems fine and normal again here in this little part of Fort Myers. Hi, John. Hey, bird brain. There's a bird on my shoulder. I feel like there's a song, but no, it's saluting me. Hey, Gretchen. I did not have a show earlier today, actually. I was busy this morning because I had been having trouble with my website and getting paid for my books. So I have really, really good friends. Wait, sorry. Sorry, this is a weird message. Keith, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Oh, all the pigs are out. Sorry. Act like a get treated like a anyway. I sent all my books out today. So everybody who ordered a book in the past week or so, your book will be coming, I believe, on Monday. And I have to input your tracking numbers, but I sent them out today. I finally figured out what the problem was and we got it resolved. And the people on Wix were super helpful. So I sold, let's see, I mean, probably about 20 books. 20 books. So excited. Gretchen says on the forklift loading trucks, but I did buy a special holder when I'm in my covered tractor. Oh, Gretchen, your life, I can't even imagine. Yes, Big Lawn says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Big Lawn. Anyway, I put all the books in the mail today and I am super excited to finally be able to do that. Now I know my website is working. And thank you for those of you who support the Beach Report by buying the Beach Report books and merch. And somebody even bought my beach bag, my Beach Report beach bag. I will be making more merchandise, designing some fun things for y'all. So I know, Gretchen, I'm super excited about that. Anyway, I am more than I ever have before. I have more hope and excitement about, not hope, I've always had hope, but I think the beach report is really going to turn into something. Well, it's already something quite wonderful in my life, but right? Look at this question. Do you make porn? Well, what about me makes you think that I would make porn? I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be talking to the trolls, but I just sometimes I wonder, why would you say this to me? I'm walking down the street with all my clothes on. I'm not trying to make men think anything. Oh my gosh. So rude. So rude. Women have body parts just like everybody else. I don't need to be disrespected for being a woman and looking like a woman. I don't I'm not naked. From Nickelodeon to sunny beaches, green pepper nose. Yeah, I know. I have my anybody wants to be a moderator. I've got a lot of well, there's Lappy. One of those like it was yesterday books was mine. Yes, it is on its way to your hometown. Do I look like I'm crying? I'm not crying. I just really wonder what am I doing to garner such disrespect? Like, what is it about me that makes you think that I'm some kind of a porn queen? It doesn't make any sense. So, anyway, I don't know. Maybe you're being paid to come and troll people like me. Maybe that's all you think about. I don't know. Anyway, I'm interested because it's weird and I like to know things. So anyway, so thank you, Big Head. Thank you, Todd. You're the best. I'll take all the nice compliments. You know, I'm 60 years old. I'm not unhappy with the way I look at 60, but neither am I trying to entice anybody to want to touch me. Don't touch me. Please don't touch me. You come near me, I'm like, nobody's touching me. Don't worry. I don't let them bother me. I just gotta wonder why. Just why? What kind of a life do you have that you behave like this? And just inquiring minds want to know. Thank you, 60 years young. It's true. It's true. I really do feel quite young. And I also feel quite wise. And I feel like the last 60 years have been quite the wild ride. Hey, 420, it's good to see you. I am doing quite well. So I'm here today in Fort Myers. And yeah, I just said I was doing well, but that isn't exactly true. I am very upset about something and I need to deal with it immediately. Um so what's the date today? Is it the 13th? Is it the 14th? I don't know, but it's tax day coming up. Unfortunately, the anonymity of the internet lets trolls be ignorant. I know it is sad, but you guys have seen me turn them around from time to time. I do get to them and make them see that they're being crazy. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, I don't know why my notifications don't always work. It's not my fault. Okay, it's the 13th. Thank you, Fred. Jill never knows what day it is. Anyway, so the 15th, it looms. Does it not loom? Oh, the big dogs are coming for me. They're very big. Do you hear them barking? They are big and beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll bet they have those collars that shock them if they get out of line. But they are pretty. Hi, babies. Oh, you're cute. Sweet baby dogs. Like, not barking so loud anymore, are they? Oh, okay. Although precious, I know. You're good guard dogs, aren't you? You're doing a good job. Good job. Yeah. I've been a runner and a hiker basically my entire life. I have never, ever, ever been bit by a dog. I must say, I have had scary moments where big dogs like that have literally run right at me. And my way of dealing with that always is to just stop and give them a nice friendly smile and say, "Hi, baby. Hi, puppy. Aren't you cute?" And that's how I talk to them. And they always look like, "Oh, oh, you're like my mama." And they have never, ever tried to hurt me. That calms them down immediately. I just show them that I'm their friend, and I talk to them like I'm their mom. And they're always kind of a little bit confused at first, and then they just go, "Okay," and they let me go. So, never been bit by a dog because of that. I know that was a white German Shepherd, so pretty. I think they were electric fence trained, but boy, weren't they beautiful. So, we are walking through Fort Myers today, Nicole, and I'm just showing everybody the different well, I haven't really even been showing you guys the different homes. I'll show you what it looks like here. It's very different from, for instance, yesterday's tour of Boca Raton, where you see a lot of mansions. Here, no mansions, just some modest, nice, modest homes. Here's one for sale right now if you're interested. This is a great neighborhood. Everybody cares about their homes and the appearance of their homes, and a lot of people are flying flags, and we'll start singing with the next flag that we see, because why not? Who's Nancy? Yeah, Naples is beautiful too. So we're not going to the beach right now. I'm taking a walk because um I'm digesting my food. I get here, my friends, they are such good cooks, I swear to God. Every time I show up, they've got like gourmet food waiting for me, and I'm like, oh, and I love it. But you know, but they know me. They know they can give me one good meal a day, and that is all I'm gonna eat. Did you see that car almost hit me? He had this whole road, and he nearly hit me and yelled something at me too. For what reason? That is not normal in this neighborhood, actually. This is a nice neighborhood. I don't know why that guy just did that. Anyway, yeah, Fort Myers is a very down to earth kind of place, and little neighborhoods like this are just it's just beautiful here. They've got a lot of community feel to them too during the holidays like Christmas and Halloween. Everybody decorates their homes. You'll even see some for Easter. And what do we see here? The flag. All right, who's ready to sing? If tomorrow all the things were gone, I worked for all my life. If I had to start again with just my children in my life, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. This is what I love about this neighborhood. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. I and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, everyone sing it with me, that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Thank you, Lappy. Lappy says, I like channels like yours, Jill, that are pro American with Christian values. Oh, Nicole's cousin Ashley finally started talking to her again. Went to church on Easter. She wants to ask me if there's a way I can unban her from my channel because she can't chat. Oh, yeah, tell her no. No way to do that. The blue shield does mean moderator. Yes, it does. Born in the USA. I was born in the USA. I was born. You know what I love about this little neighborhood? That I could walk down the street and sing about my country, and everybody's got a flag. Well, maybe not everybody, but enough flags that I can just keep walking and flag after flag after flag. Isn't it glorious? So we'll see about a sunset show. I was just mentioning to everybody that I have a big problem. I have to do my taxes. And every year it gets more and more difficult for me to do my taxes because I keep finding out that the people running my country don't really care about my hard work or your hard work. And they think that we are just a big piggy bank for them and they can do whatever they want with the money. And that means sending it to terrorists across in other countries we will never go to. Um, they buy fancy cars. They buy houses that we could never afford. And they just basically do whatever they want with our tax money. I'm just walking down the street. Do I look like I'm on patrol? Anyway, yeah, it's like you work so hard and your family members, your neighbors, your friends, we are all just trying to get by and have been our whole lives. But to now find out that most of the money, and I'm going to say most because I mean, trillions of dollars, are we that wealthy? Are we that wealthy that we can afford to just give away trillions of dollars? It just boggles my mind. So there's nobody on the street but me. I don't know why I would turn heads. I'm basically just, I don't even have any makeup on. Jesus loves you too, Jackson. Anyway, it's really, it's like I have PTSD even thinking about paying my taxes and doing what I've done my whole life. I know people who don't pay their taxes. I know people who tax filing day comes along and it's like any other day for them. They don't care and they don't do anything about it and they just keep living their lives. And sometimes, oh, yeah, I don't pay my taxes. And I'm like, oh, I never been that way. I followed every rule, including all the immigration rules. And I did that too. Somebody just walked and let them know they can't do that in this community. Exactly. So it's hard. It's also so frustrating. I just trust Jesus and it helps me. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. So I'm not an immigrant here in America, but I did immigrate from America to Switzerland. And I raised my children. I actually gave birth to my children in Switzerland. So they are naturalized citizens. See, I followed every single rule. I left this country in 1990 because I, quite frankly, thought that it was a dangerous place. And I didn't want to have children in a country that was poisoning people with bad food. That's what I saw. I was disillusioned. And I had other reasons for wanting to leave, but I just kind of wanted to, I guess, live a different life, if you will. And so I did, and I moved to Switzerland and I followed their rules. Oh, that's great. I look like a Neanderthal. Interesting. That's a first. Anyway, how to tan fast. Well, you don't want to tan fast. That would mean putting chemicals on your body, Nicole, and don't do that. What we do here in Florida to tan, it's a gradual relationship with the sun. You have to start with 10 minutes and then work your way up every day. 10 minutes, go in, stay out of the sun. 20 minutes the next day, or 15 or whatever. You just work your way up. I mean, not gradual daily, but gradual weekly. Because if you're very pale and white, you have to work your way up. There is no such thing as tanning fast. That's called burning, and I don't suggest that you do that. Doesn't Switzerland get boring after a time? Last time I was there, I was besotted by the beauty, but the boredom is insane. I haven't ever had a bored day in my entire life, but I can see where you would think that. So, yeah, sunburn hurts. I've been there, I've done that, but I survived it. But anyways, yes, Switzerland can be very boring. However, to me, it was exciting because that was where I became a mother and started a family. And I had to learn a new language, and every day was another cultural challenge. And I had to learn so much. And boy, if you know Switzerland, then you know that the Swiss are pretty mean and they don't like strangers. They call us Fremden. But eventually, I became a Swiss citizen in 1996, I think it was, and I followed everybody's rules. I'm not a rule breaker, but I don't really live within the confines of society anymore. I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. Hey, Richie, maybe having a family and building a life around the nature changes things, but as a solo traveler, I found it as a lover with the abyss behind her eyes. You know what? I love the way that you just said that because that is a very good description of Switzerland. A lover with an abyss behind her eyes. I ended up running away from Switzerland, so I'm going to agree with you. And I came across, do you remember the story of Betty Mahmoud, who had to run away from Iran? Her Iranian husband brought her there for what she thought was a vacation for 2 weeks. And the next thing she knew, she was an Iranian prisoner in her own home. And she wrote a book called Not Without My Daughter, right? So I wouldn't say that my life was really like that at all. But yeah, I felt like a bit of not a prisoner in Switzerland, but I certainly couldn't really be myself. Anyway, it was a very good book. But so my next book is called 7 Years in Switzerland. And it's about having to run away from Switzerland because my ex-husband, see, he had a problem with alcohol. And one of the reasons why I knew I had to get away was the way he was talking and acting, and he was getting increasingly violent with me. And when he put his hands did this, let's just say he did this and in front of my kids. And I'm sorry I have to talk about it in public. And he could be watching even. I don't know. Probably he's not. I don't think he cares anything about me anymore. If only to, I don't know. I'll just say this. Anybody who does this in front of my children to me is not somebody I will ever look at as a person I can trust. All right, what did Nicole just say? Today at work, since I'm a teacher, an administrator came in my class and asked for a student. And I said, okay, he's right here. The administrator gave him candy for saying sorry when he ran into someone on accident. Okay. So kids these days are being coddled. And if they do something good, well, I guess it's good that they're at least being rewarded for good behavior. That's a good thing. But that is crazy. Hi, Stuart. I don't know. It's a crazy world we live in. And yeah, Switzerland, it seems to me, man, that was 2008. I went back, 2007. That was when I ran away because I went back for a year and realized what a huge mistake that was. And in addition to my husband almost offing me, his father nearly did the same to me quite by accident, but left me in a hot car alone with my dog. And I had all, we were moving back to Switzerland from America. Stupid move that we were making. But anyway, um, I was exhausted from the trip and I was in the back of the car and they got out for whatever reason and locked it. And I woke up to like stifling heat. Anyway, I survived. It's all good. So, yes, the background is beautiful. I'll show you guys this beautiful little neighborhood. It's very different from the mansions over on the East Coast. Hey, Richard, how do you feel about AI teachers all the way the entire college degree? I think that is ridiculous. And I don't know, unless the job that you're going for, your career is AI, it doesn't really make sense. Would you want a doctor that was trained by a robot? Maybe they're all trained by robots at this point. I don't know. I find them to be devoid of human feelings or emotions, treating people like they are machines. Like there's a little lake out there. Yeah, I'm always wary of somebody who says, "Can I ask a weird question?" You're either gonna ask your question or you're not, you know? And if you know or think you need permission, then you probably shouldn't ask it. So use your own discernment before you make a fool out of yourself. That's all. I used to live in Austria. I understand my fiance didn't drink. He was a good guy, was an engineer, and invented all kinds of scientific stuff. Well, that is great. My ex-husband's alcohol ruined our lives. His alcoholism, it ruined our marriage and really did damage to the family and the children and to me and to himself. AI should be assistance only. Exactly. AI isn't smart. AI is trained. Never forget AI is a machine. I've been on for 29 minutes, taking a walk through this lovely little neighborhood. Oh, right. I have to do my exercise. My new exercise, which is for my brain, is walking backwards. And it's not usually a safe thing to do, but it's kind of helps because if you walk backwards, I talked about this yesterday. If you walk backwards and you talk to people, you are using all sorts of brain powers that you didn't even know you had. So you don't have to go very fast. You don't want to go very fast because you can fall down. But I'm walking backwards and talking to you, and I'm getting exercise in a way that I normally wouldn't. It sounds like your guardian angel has been busy in your life, just like my daughter's. You know it, Lappy. I think I had the best guardian angels in the world. They work very super hard for me. I can't tell you how many times I've been this close, or literally, like I shouldn't even be alive. Yes, Coconut Creek, Marion. How are you? I remember you from yesterday. So, of course, I've been to Geneva. Geneva, you want to talk about boring? I always found Geneva to be so flipping boring. My cousins lived there, so we would go visit them, but the city of Geneva, boring. Yeah, trucker. I think from what you've been telling us that I can believe you would do that. Yes, do you guys want to go to the beach? If I can finish my taxes by, let's say, 6:30, I'll take you guys to the beach. But I have to do that. The history behind the French population in Geneva. Well, I think Geneva was probably, I don't know, part of France, but I know that the people who live in Geneva, they wish they were French because they certainly don't like being Swiss. That's always the running joke in Switzerland is that the people in Basel hate the people in Zurich, and the people in Zurich hate the people in Bern, and the people in Bern hate the people in Geneva, and the people in Geneva, well, they just hate everybody and wish they lived in France. I will never pet alligators ever. I am definitely against that. I don't want to interact with wild animals. I just want to show you the wild animals, but I'm not an animal wrangler. That's what my husband did. Now, he would pet the alligators, and I have been exposed to baby alligators, and I might pet a baby alligator if it was safe, but yeah, I'm not into interacting with wild animals. I'm into educating you guys about wild animals and showing you how they live in the wild. Like you might see them in a zoo and you might see them on TV. But when you see them on the beach report, you see wild animals that actually are wild. And I think that's a special thing. So that's all. I know, Rigid, but I know that you're joking, but they always ask me stuff like this. So I do always want everybody to know that wild means wild. And one of the things about the beach report is that I'm educating people to not disturb wild animals. Like that is actually a really horrible thing to do. Because when you disturb a wild animal, even by feeding them anything, anything at all, you're teaching them to be around humans, and that could end their lives. You know, a nuisance alligator is labeled as such because somebody started feeding him and he started getting in the way of humans, and that means he has to die. It's a terrible thing. So manatees are super cool, but that's another one that they tell you don't give them fresh water, and a lot of people do, because that's what they love. They love lettuce too, I hear. I think a lot of people feed the manatees, but again, you're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to survive on their own. If they start using humans for food or to give them food, then they can't take care of themselves. Gee, where have you heard that one before? I never had much of an opinion with your opinions, but what Spain has done recently is really bothering me, not allowing the USA to use their own Air Force bases in Spain and signing a China deal. Oh, for sure. Like, what a slap in our face, Lappy, right? The NATO countries have shown us that they can't be trusted. Well, President Trump showed us that they can't be trusted. Um, I would not touch the manatees either. Yeah, you can feed them or they die. Well, I've heard that, Lyle. I've heard it, but I don't feed wild animals, not ever, not for any reason, because that's just not my job. Oh, okay, Lappy. I know, I wasn't kind of kind of understood what you were saying, but oh, you're talking about Europeans. Okay, European. Yeah, I know. I'm like, Lappy, what? Okay. Yeah, but you're right. These NATO countries that have proven to us that they're not gonna help us. They're just a bunch of fair weather friends now, aren't they? But we knew that. They President Trump showed us how there are these agreements and they wouldn't pay and they just keep expecting everything to just come to them because we Americans have unfortunately taught everybody that we can be used and abused. Yeah, you shouldn't feed wild animals on the street corner, that's for sure. Don't feed squirrels, don't feed raccoons, don't feed deer, don't feed any of them. Um, no, I don't get bitten by the sand fleas, Molly, but it's the no-see-ums that get me the worst. They are so bad and you can't see them. That's why they call them no-see-ums. And it's like little razor blades coming at you all over your body, and there's literally nothing you can do about that. And that's when I have to leave. All right, go worship. Tell God I said hi. How do you reconcile with global news and your ambiance, which doesn't quite resonate? I mean, it's a full-time job to keep up with the horrible shit going on in the world. Um, I don't have to. I don't have to show you any horrible shit going on in the world. Actually, I prefer not to show you all the horrible shit going on in the world. I would prefer to show you some beautiful things going on in the world so that you don't see the world as a horrible place because it's not. And I prove it to you all the time. And this is a show based in total reality. There's no AI, there's no filters. I'm not even wearing makeup, okay? So I am just here showing you that the world really is a beautiful place. There are very nice neighborhoods, and I'm still walking backwards and talking. And look, I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm not going very fast, but I feel like I'm getting smarter just by doing this. So you should try it. It's the little things. Something else I've learned that you can do to make your life better and your health better is, it's all about frequency and vibration. You can hum, and you feel it. You feel it in your skull. You feel it in the back of your head. You can feel it in your throat. There are so many benefits to just humming. Thank you, Molly. I'm so glad you subscribed and thank you very much. Wait, you are not AI? Yes, all along. I'm the real thing. And I'm not your mommy. Thank you, Brian. I'm not a goddess either, though. I am just a 60-year-old little old lady who loves the world, and I love life. I came into this world as an unwanted pregnancy, and I never forgot it. I was adopted. I had a wonderful life. I want to share good feelings and blessings with everybody. I actually read about humming and walking backwards, very good for us at our age. Exactly, Mark. Yeah. Walk backwards while talking. That's like you double your benefits if you walk backwards and you talk. I didn't take my sun bath today, but I do think that the sun is my superpower. I do think also, hi, John. I'm getting a little bit too dark as the sun gets stronger here in Florida. It tends to make me tan even more, so I'm trying to tone it down a little bit, so I didn't take a sun bath today, but I will tomorrow. 60, you look like a day out of the furnace of Patty Productions. What? That's funny. Molly, you're 10 years older. Well, you're still here too, so I can't wait to be you. No, I can wait, but I think that all of us who are alive today, there's a reason, and we're all here for a reason, and we're all survivors because we've been through a lot, and it behooves us to get along. I think it's very important that we stop looking at each other as adversaries or like we're competing for anything, because really, we are all on the same team. So I welcome you guys coming on to the beach report today. I'm happy to see you. Saying is, are you 70 years old, Hyman? Um, you're still here is insane. Yes, well, 70. That's good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that I'm still here at 60. I mean, we have one of our followers just got hit by a car on his bike. Actually, two of our followers. So, not every day is guaranteed and anything can happen. And you constantly have to be grateful. I think the key to a good life is the gratitude and believing that you are here for a reason and you should appreciate it because you're special. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Could you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please, won't you be my neighbor? All right, Joyce, is petting a baby gator not the same as touching a baby rabbit or a bird? No, it's fine. I don't think baby gators are dangerous or scary. I mean, I'm sure they have sharp teeth, but little birds have sharp beaks, right? Puppies have those milk teeth. You ever get bit by a puppy? Doesn't really hurt you, but what is this conjuring stuff? What are people talking about? Molly. Molly knows. Tell me, Molly. What is macabre optimism? What does that even mean? Hi, Haley. We're in Fort Myers, Florida today, and Molly's not wrong. I have to do my taxes. I'm like, I have already done some work on it, so it's bad news bears. Oh, thank you, Helmut. All right, you guys. Molly is right. Good golly, Miss Molly. Rochester, New York. That's way up north. Your singing gave horror vibes because of the backwards walking. Okay, that's weird, right? Well, don't expect the beach report to be anything that you've ever encountered before in your life. Just saying. There is only one show like this because there is only one like me. She may be onto something with walking backwards, as we are always walking forward. Thank you, King. Exactly. Walking backwards re-engages your body and your mind. And if you talk while you walk backwards, you are actually really exercising things that you never work at all. I'm helping with my motor skills and my ability to balance because I'm 60 years old. And, when you get older and you fall, it's bad news bears. And I don't want to fall. So I'm always doing different things to strengthen my mobility and walk backward, walking barefoot on grass. Well, that sounds great too, but here I'm not doing it. There is crap in this grass I don't want to walk on. So that's not going to happen. And I don't mean crap like dog crap. I mean like little tiny star-shaped balls of pain. I don't know. Seriously, there are these little balls around here in Florida, and your dog steps on them. Oh my gosh. My dog once passed out because it was so bad. Like literally stepped on one of those balls. I picked her up to it. Oh, I lost my mind. It was terrible. But anyway, thank you, Roderick. Why don't you get an e-bike and feel the wind on your hair? Because I don't ride bikes because I have had bike accidents in my past. Well, one bike accident was enough, and yeah, I don't need to ride a bike. I'm just working on walking backwards. Yeah, gumballs with spikes. Nobody wants that. We call those stickers here in Texas. What do we have a name for them, but I don't know what it is. I just call them little balls of pain. I'm 60 years old, Roderick. I'm still walking backwards. I had a knee replacement last March, still having issues. You might want to try walking backwards. You know, it's not about going fast. It's not about going in a perfect straight line, even. It's just about doing it and re-engaging your mind and your body. And the neighbors are laughing at me, and I don't blame them because it does look crazy that I've been walking backwards through the whole neighborhood and talking to you guys. But yes, it's true. It's true. I heard it's a medicine if you boil the gumballs. Oh, oh, you mean those little balls of pain? Hey, Milano. I was in Milano one time, standing on the steps of, it was called Spanish Steps, and this dude starts bringing all these pigeons. He's like, go like this, and like 200 pigeons land on me. I could be wrong about 200, but it was a lot. And I don't like things like that. And I was terrified. I thought I was gonna pass out. Anyway, all right, guys, I have to do my taxes now. So if you want a beach report, let me know in the comments. I mean, like a beach on the beach report. I'll take you there, but I have to finish my taxes first. So here I am procrastinating, walking backwards through the neighborhood, talking to you guys. I live in a Hungarian village. Oh, that's really cool, Molly. Hungary. I've never been there. All right, Marky Mark wants to go to the beach. We can do that. Yes, big lawn. Good reminder. Everybody, please like and subscribe. And I will see you all. Oh, you still live in Hungary. Okay. Yeah, taxes then beach. So, and please, as my prayer warriors, please pray for me to get my taxes done. Yeah, I'm rewinding the feed. All right. Sorry, guys. I gotta go. Ciao for now. We'll see you on the next beach report, which God willing will be on the beach. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mark. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.